Hi everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for my video today. So today's video is actually going to be a late check-in for last week, which was week 2 of my month. This is currently week 3. I have been on holiday. It's currently Thursday. And yeah, I would normally do my check-in on a Friday, so I'm actually going to cash stuff for week 3, which is this week. I've got some food shopping to do, and then I will check in again tomorrow, put away like what I've not spent this week, and then cash stuff for next week. And next week I will do a monthly check-in as well, because I pay myself on Monday. So yeah, there's a lot going on. But first of all, we will empty my purse and do what I've got to do with the leftovers for week 2. I did have this little bit of change sitting here, so that's fine. We'll count that in with it. Right, so let's see what we've got. So there's actually no change in there. I never went food shopping at all last week, so I've got the full £40 there, and that's all we had to stuff, basically. So we've got £2.80 in change. So let's do that first of all. So we'll mark the £2 off of the pound challenge and pop that in the pouch. So we've now got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, £57 in there. And then 80 pence we will knock off the mini penny challenge. Perfect. And that money will just go into my jar. Fabulous. Right. So, if you've watched my videos recently, I had been putting my leftover spare money into an envelope that was kind of just... It was initially for my trip to Gothenburg, but that's now not happening. So I was just putting all the money aside just for whatever, basically. So there was £245 in there. I've actually took that out and put it back to the bank to put back to my Monzo savings, because I spent about £250 on my holiday in Lanzarote. So yeah, we are starting afresh with this wallet. So my £40 that I've got left over is going to go in there for now. I might have another plan with it, but it's just going to go in there for just now. So that's it. Started again with £40. I need to go through my wallets, to be honest, and just refresh them. Just have like a little spring refresh, I think, because yeah, it feels very much needed. Also, you might spot this here as well. So I bought this 100 envelope challenge. I can't remember. I did buy something else from this person quite recently as well, but the name's not on it, and it never came with like a card or anything. So I actually can't remember who it's from. I want to say it's like Queen Budgets or something like that. I can't exactly remember. But anyway, I bought this challenge. I've never done a 100 envelope challenge before. I thought it might be helpful for me saving for Canada, because obviously the total amount is £5,050, which is like more than what I would need. But I just thought, like, if I can like find a fun way to do it rather than just putting aside X amount a month sort of thing. Also, because it's got like lower denominations as well, if I've got leftovers, or for example, like if I've got tips from work, which I do actually have about £8 in tips, which I kept aside with this in mind, so I could like mark off the 8 and whatever. But I'm going to put this aside. Probably when I do like a little spring refresh with my binders, I will pop it in and decide exactly what I'm doing with it and stuff. So yes, that is a new addition, which I'm excited to get started with. I just still feel a little bit like all over the place money wise, because obviously I don't know exactly how much is coming in every month. I can't really plan ahead. I just kind of have to like loosely plan and hope for the best. But yeah, is what it is. I actually So I just got back from my holiday in Lanzarote, and well, I actually got back on Tuesday. But yeah, it was such a good time. I had such an amazing time. I got a little bit of a tan. I don't know if you could tell, probably not in this light to be honest, but I actually did tan a little bit for my pale skin. But yeah, I just had a blissful 4 days. It was really, really nice. And I've actually booked to go back again. I'm going with my mum. So that is at the end of May. So yeah, uh, money, what I want to say money savvy hat is on. However, I'm just kind of got so much plans coming up that I don't know, like I don't know what's what. But in the background, I do have my savings if I needed to fall back on. Obviously it's a last resort, but I want to try and like save and pay for everything myself without using savings. But my savings are there if needed. So I think that's how I'm kind of just like, oh yeah, let's do it, let's plan this, let's do that. Like, I'll make it happen, and if not, the savings are there as a cushion if I need it. But yeah, we're kind of winging it at the moment, to be honest. But anyway, that is my little update. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to top up my purse for week 3, which we've basically got 1 day left of week 3, but I do need to go food shopping today. So we've got £40 for food shopping. Pop that in here, and I'm going to go food shopping today. I kind of got re-inspired food-wise while I was away, and there's some things that I'm really craving, so I'm going to go shopping and buy a couple of little bits. And yeah, I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, not going to spend this whole £40 because I would love to have some leftovers to save, but we'll just see what's what. And then tomorrow I will check in again for this week and cash stuff for next week. And yes, I also need to work on my budget for the next 4 weeks because, as I said at the start, Monday is my payday. So yeah, a lot of money starting to go on, back to reality, back to real life, back to the dull weather. But yeah, we go again, and just look forward to the next holiday, the next plans, and stuff like that. So yes, that's my check-in for today, guys. I hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's doing okay. I will speak to you probably again in the next couple of days with my next check-in. So until then, I'll see you soon. Bye.